What is up, Flyover family? It is me, your newest Eagles favorite reporter. Um, and today, there's a few things I want to talk about. The newest Eagles rookies have just spoken: Quinion Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Jalex Hunt, and Trotter. Um, and obviously, Howie had a couple things to say. Nick Sirianni had a couple things to say. Um, I'm gonna go from favorite to least favorite. First is obviously Quinion Mitchell. Um, Obviously he thinks he's a very great fit, which is very important, in terms of confidence building and things of that nature. He wants to play physical, which we haven't had at that position or however, because Darius Slay said he doesn't want to tackle, protect his body and things of that nature. I mean, in my opinion, if you don't want to tackle and you're a cornerback and you can't get picks, obviously, and you can't cover because you're too slow, I mean, you got to do something, if nothing, just hang up the cleats. I love Darius Slay, you know what I'm saying, but you got to tackle, so I mean, I think this might be his last year, super low key. But yeah, I love Darius Slay. He's had a great career, great longevity. But these last couple of years, he's slowly but surely lost a step, getting slower each year. But next thing, which is I think the most important thing that he had to say was he values money. He values relationships over money. So if he has good enough relationships with the Eagles built, he'll take a pay cut. Basically, that's what I got from that. He values relationships over money. So if he's like super tight with Vic Fangio, and he really likes Vic Fangio, and he likes all the linebackers and things of that nature. I mean, he could take a pay cut. I mean, obviously he hasn't even played in the NFL yet or however, but I'm just saying, I mean, I believe in him or however. I mean, he wouldn't be the number one ranked cornerback for no reason. So obviously he's a special kid. So next up is the Flying Frenchman, Cooper DeJean. He doesn't have a preferred position. That's one of the things that kind of stuck out to me the most. And he takes a lot of pride in his versatility and his work ethic and things of that nature. He said that if there was a game today, he could play, and he has very high confidence in himself. So I mean, the way he said, and I'm not like a behavior analyst or anything like that or however, but I mean, obviously I talk to people, things like that. I mean, I believe him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I believe if there was a game right now, I believe he could play. Um, Next up is Trotter Jr. He said it was a dream come true, and he said that it was where he believed God wanted him to be. And so what I think that all has to do, you know what I'm saying, what I think that's important is that I think he believes it's his destiny. So I think he'll even work super, super harder to be as best as he possibly can. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he really wants to be an Eagle and things of that nature. And he doesn't feel pressured, you know what I'm saying, to like deliver right away or however. I mean, I believe he can. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I believe he's a hard worker, yada, yada, yada. But I strongly believe I'm under the impression that if need be, he could definitely give us some good minutes and some good downs, on some crucial drives. Um, Having said that, next is Jalex Hunt. So he actually changed positions while he was in college. So he originally went to Ivy League where he played safety, and then I guess he went through like some sort of growth spurt, like according to what he said in his interview. And then he went to the Huskies, and then he went to Christian St. Lutheran, and then he played D end there for 2 years. And in those 2 years, he has 8 sacks as a lineman, as a defensive edge. I mean, I apologize, but yeah, he's excited. He's very motivated. He's willing to impact now, and he's very humble. So I don't think he's gonna be all cocky or however, and want to be like, oh, blah, blah, I want to start now or however. I mean, I think he's willing to develop. And on top of that, that was Vic Fangio's favorite player as well, um, in the entire draft. So I mean, Vic Fangio, I mean, all of his pedigree and all that, as much as everyone respects him all around the league for his scheme and things of that nature. I mean, I think that's a pretty darn good compliment, if I may say so myself. Um, Next up, Howie said some interesting things. He said he wanted to make the secondary younger. Obviously, he did that. He checked both of those. He got C.J. Gardner-Johnson back. I think he's only like 26, give or take. He said he wanted to bring in as many young guys as possible, and he wanted to start the rookies as well. So personally, I mean, I think it's gonna be Nakobe Dean at backup, and then Trotter and Devin White starting, and then obviously Cooper DeJean and Quinion Mitchell. I'm sorry, it's just I got a lot of things on my mind, or have I'm so excited and things of that nature. But yeah, so I think it'll be those two, and then obviously the linebacker. However, because I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of confidence in Ben Summerin. I don't have a lot of confidence in Kobe Dean. I'm 50-50 on Kobe Dean, but I mean Trotter. What I seen last year, he's young. He's actually freaking healthy. He's not trying to get better. You know what I'm saying? He is healthy. He's ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he had 50-something tackles, a few picks. You know what I'm saying? A couple forced fumbles. I mean, what did Kobe Dean do last year? I mean, I know it's completely different confidence level, competition levels. I know that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna get too ahead of myself. But I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? One of them can stay healthy. I mean, one of them can tackle and cover and things of that nature. One of them is legitimately too small. I mean, Trotter. I mean, he's 6 foot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, most people that are talking crap are only like what 5'1", 5'2". I mean, you know, I mean, he's 220. He's pretty freaking built. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guarantee you can at least bench like 250, 300. I mean, like no Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing like that. You know, all respect and all that good stuff. But on to what Nick had to say. He said he's excited about the competition in the preseason in terms like positional and who's all making the final cut and all that good stuff. He said he's excited about that. He said he's excited about Will Shibley's backfield potential and versatility. but yeah, I'm pretty excited about that too. Next up, the last thing I want to talk about, I want to make a little shorter video today. I'm just experimenting, however, but last thing I want to talk about is the hidden gems. Like I said, Jalix is Fangio's favorite player out of the whole draft, so I really think that's gonna have a lot to do with it. And I think that even if it's just in the practice squad or however, you know, he's gonna make a lot of people better. You know, I like his attitude. You know, he's like, "Oh, what's up, Big Pimpin'?" You know, I mean, I thought that was pretty cool, pretty funny. You know, obviously Trotter, because everyone's saying he's trash and all. I know he's not his dad. I'm not saying he's his dad. I'm not saying that. I'm not. But what I am saying is that he's not a scrub. He's not a bad linebacker. He's a pretty freaking good linebacker, is what I'm saying. We upgraded pretty much most if not all of our defensive coaches, like linebacker coach, the D-line coach, etc. You know, we've upgraded most of those on the defensive side of the ball. So I mean, you know, obviously I know he's not like D-line or however, but I mean we still got a better linebacker coach than we had last year. Obviously, I mean I think this year tackling will be a little bit better, even considering the hip drop tackle ban, even considering that. So, next up is Will Shipley or Johnny Wilson. I forget whichever one has the 1,100 yard season, pretty good or however, especially with our line. I mean I think as a running back too. I mean, they can get, you know, 400, 500, 600 yards, you know, make a cool $2-3 million a year, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, decent little downs or however when Saquon needs rest over the next couple years, you know. But maybe that's best case scenario you know what I'm saying, next year, however, maybe he just develops, you know, 10, 15, 20% better than what he is all around. And then maybe next year, you know, 500-600 yard back, you know. I don't know, you know, not 1,000, you know, nothing like that, but a couple hundred, you know. Next up is Keegan Trevor. He was Jeff Stoutland handpicked. So it wasn't just some guy. They were like, oh, blah, blah, you know, let's just, you know, see if we can work it out or however. Like, no, like Jeff Stoutland, he's like, no, I want this guy or however in day 3 if he's available. And obviously he was, so you know, I'm decently excited about that. Maybe it can be Jason Kelce version 2. I don't know. 50-50. I don't know. I'm not like an expert or I'm just a fan. Anything is possible. It's the NFL. Tom Brady was 199th pick. You know, basically 200 teams didn't want him. 198, 197, whatever the case may be. You know, I know he's like the high 190s, but yeah, 190 something teams didn't want him. You know, and obviously looking back at it, I mean that's you know, obviously 7 rings, you know, so and so, yada yada yada. Yeah, overall, yeah, I'm really liking where the roster's at. Hope you guys enjoyed today's little episode and little breakdown of their press conferences and whatnot. I'm sorry, I've been having like really bad freaking allergies. I'm sorry, it's like the tickle, like, But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you're new, Please subscribe to join the family. It's just free to hit the subscribe button, things of that nature. But hit the like button if you enjoyed, and share it to all your friends, things of that nature. Try to post daily. I kind of had something come up today, so that's why it's the later upload. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a blessed day. Peace.